What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Stu Sumter, and yes, I'm back with a video. Y'all have not seen this beautiful light-skinned face in a while. As you guys can see, I'm not in my theater room background. I have moved into my own apartment. Thank God to my family and God himself to put me in this position. I'm very excited, and if you don't know, I go to the University of Cincinnati, so I'm near campus, I should say. I got one more semester left till I get that degree, you feel me? But I'm here to grind again, guys. I'm sorry. There's been so much going on in the sports world, and I can't wait to talk about some things. As you can see by the title, we're gonna talk about last week's NFL games and a little bit of preview of this week. Tomorrow I will be having my thoughts on the NBA, what's going on, because y'all know the NBA be going crazy, but we're not talking about that today. We talk about the NFL. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, and you already know what I'm about to say. Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on the NFL, your favorite players, what's going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, and hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe along with notification bell so you are always notified when your boy uploads. You ready for it? I know I'm ready for it. Let's get straight to the video. So we had tons of battles this week. Tons and tons of battles. Great games that went on. We had a couple injuries that are sad. But like I said, great games all around. So let's get straight into it without no hesitation. First game I want to talk about a little bit. The Indianapolis Colts ended up beating the Tennessee Titans 34-17. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry couldn't do their thing. So Colts have been really under the radar. They've been proving people wrong. 6-3 in the season. Phillip Rivers' first season, he's been able to do his thing, and the Colts have been on a roll. Can the Titans bounce back this week coming up? They have a big time opponent. Shout out to the Colts. On to the next one. Brownies. The Browns ended up beating the Texans 10-7. Now it's not a glamorous score, but they did get a big weapon back in Nick Chubb. Had over 120 yards and a touchdown, and he had a selfless play where he could have scored another touchdown to boost his stats, but he didn't, where he ran out the clock, or he ran to the sideline instead of letting the Houston Texans get another chance in order to get possession and score a touchdown and possibly win the game. So shout out to the Browns, shout out to Nick Chubb. On to the next one. The Washington football team ended up losing to the Detroit Lions 30-27. It was a great game back and forth, but at the end, my boy Chase Young had a very rookie mistake. He ended up getting a roughing the passer penalty that ended up putting the Detroit Lions in a position to win the game and kick the game-winning field goal, which they did. Lions get the dub. On to the next. The Green Bay Packers ended up beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20. Aaron Rodgers had 2 touchdowns, over 200 yards. Light game. Devontae Adams did his thing. 7 wins, baby, for the Packers. On to the next one. The New York Giants ended up beating the Eagles 27-17. The Eagles are very disappointing, in my opinion. I never was really that high on Carson Wentz, but you can see that injuries have plagued him. And ever since they won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles as their quarterback, yeah, Carson Wentz had an MVP caliber season, but he just hasn't been the same. And Doug Peterson's not helping him out or anything like that. So it's tough to see the Eagles struggling. But the Giants, on the other hand, even without Saquon Barkley, they got the dub. Daniel Jones did his thing, got a rushing touchdown, got a touchdown. He has to not fumble the ball. He not throw interceptions. He has to hold on to the ball, and they can win games. On to the next one. My Super Bowl champion Buccaneers ended up beating the Carolina Panthers 46-23. They had a much-needed win because they got blown out by the Saints in the previous week. Tom Brady did his thing. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, all cylinders were clicking, so they got the dub. Prayers up to Teddy Bridgewater, who suffered a knee injury. Doesn't look like it's going to be too painful, but it's football, it's a sport. Hopefully he can come back real soon. The Raiders ended up beating the Broncos 37-12. Josh Jacobs had 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Derek Carr did his thing, and you know, they had a good game. Raiders only have 3 losses on the season. You know, they're a sleeper team in the AFC West behind the Chiefs. Nobody really talking about it, but maybe they want to keep it that way, so you know, you don't get big head or anything like that. So shout out to the Raiders. The Miami Dolphins ended up beating the Chargers 29-21. Tua Tom is legit, baby. 3-0 in his first few starts. Team is rallied behind him. Enough said, he know what he's doing. Can't wait to see how the man has an NFL future and all this and that. Shout out to Tua. On to the next. Cardinals ended up beating the Bills 32-30. This Hail Mary was crazy. Roll the clip. Y'all saw that, right? Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. Those boys played a great game. And not to mention, Josh Allen put his team in a position to win as well. And he thought he had a game-winning drive or a game-tying drive. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals had something to say about that. So it was a great game overall. The Los Angeles Rams ended up beating the Seattle Seahawks 23-16. I'm a little concerned about Russell Wilson because he's been turnover friendly these last couple games. Fumbles and interceptions. I think he'll be able to pick it up the slack and get it together, but he got to get it together now. That defense on the Rams, they won this game. Jalen Ramsey locked up DK Metcalf. Aaron Donald being the beast he is. 2 interceptions, like, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. So shout out to the Rams. And the NFC West, Rams, Cardinals, and Seahawks all have 6 wins. It's going to be a great and exciting race to see who's going to come out on top of that. The Saints ended up beating the 49ers 27-13. The Saints ended up getting the win, but Drew Brees came out the game hurt. He's going to be missing a few weeks. Praying for a speedy recovery for him, and we're going to see, are the Saints still a contender without Drew Brees? Are they going to be able to keep the momentum going, or hit a slippery slope, or stay at a plateau? Who knows? Hopefully Drew Brees is going to be able to come back real soon and help his team out. The Steelers ended up beating the Bengals 36-10. Steelers are the last remaining undefeated team. Big Ben doing his thing. Riley, that's how you know. Franchise quarterback. And he's inserting himself in the MVP conversation with Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, of course, even Lamar Jackson. But Big Ben, he's a name to be reckoned with. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a Hall of Famer in the future. He needs the respect as well. I don't think the Steelers are getting as much respect as they deserve, honestly. Even though I'm not a fan, they deserve the respect. The Ravens ended up losing to the Patriots 23-17. Cam Newton, Superman, baby. Hey, man, got the dub. It was a crazy game. The terrible weather. But hey, you live for it. You're a pro. You're a professional. You gotta do what you gotta do. I think the Ravens will be able to bounce back. They have a big test this week. So, good job, Cam. Good job, New England. I never thought I'd say that in real life. Give me the chills. And finally, the Vikings end up beating the Bears 19-13. Kirk Cousins almost had 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, and you know he made enough plays. Dalvin Cook did his thing. On the Chicago side, Nick Foles got hurt, and it sucks to see that the talented defense of the Bears with Kendall Fuller and Khalil Mack and just so many weapons on the defensive side, and it's being wasted because the quarterback plays terrible. And I blame that on the organization for not drafting Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, but getting Trubisky instead, who wasn't on the caliber of their 2 levels. But hey, I'm not a GM or owner, so I don't know anything. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that team. My games to watch of this week. You got tonight. You got the Arizona Cardinals against the Seahawks. Last time it was a great game, overtime winner by the Cardinals. We're going to see who's going to be able to do it again. Can they do it again, or will Russell and the Seahawks even the series up at 1-1? Another game you got going on, the Titans and the Ravens. We also have the Packers against the Colts. You have the Chiefs against the Raiders, and you have the Rams against the Buccaneers. All these games are going to be interesting to see. You got quarterback play, coaches, defense, special teams, all the above. Who's going to get it done this week? I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I'm glad to be back. A little nervous, but hey man, I'm glad to be back. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the noti. You know what's up. Your boy is out.
Yeah, I'm tired of the talking. You gotta show it.